Sawadika!
Dika.
So we are with a big group of people tonight, but I don't know if you can see us. I think we have a problem here.
No, it's coming.
Oh, it's coming. Okay, great. So, welcome. Once a week, 8 o'clock, we are online giving each other a massage. So we are
Manuel.
and Nicole, if you don't know us yet. And today we are with a really big group of people. I just checked in everyone. And so some of you are doing it for already the 17th time, like we are doing since the 1 of January every week. And some of you are completely new today. So don't worry, just enjoy giving 30 minutes massage, receiving 30 minutes massage. And if you don't understand what we're doing, just try to follow and watch. And it's not about being perfect. It's about just doing it every day to improve health, right?
Yeah. This is how it works.
This is how it works. So,
It's about frequently.
yes. And if you want to learn step by step, or if you want to read and see how it all works, then you can also download the ebook and then you can look in the comments and you can also talk to us if you like. So, but let's start, right?
Yes, let's do it.
I talk too much.
So to start, we start here between the feet. We are on the knees between the feet, and now here we take just some seconds of relaxation with white crew to be here now. Warm up your hands, your heart, and then we start with palm press together on the feet. So the first palm press we do below the joint, then we go out to the middle arch, then we go a bit more out to the joint of the big toe, back to the middle arch, and then back to the joint. Now we do one by one the feet, and we do the 3 steps of the feet, going out, rocking the feet forward, 3 steps to the joint of the big toe, and then you get back to the starting point below the joint. Now we hold the walking and we go with the side of the hand, we give pressure to the heel of the feet, and then we do beside the calf muscle, beside the tibia, at the calf muscle, 3 steps up to the knee. In the knee we never press patella, we want to apply pressure with the fingertip beside the joint of the knee, beside the bone of the knee patella, and under the pressure we do circles. Then we get up and we press down on the quadriceps, walking 3 steps up to the top of the leg, and then we get down slowly 3 steps down to 3 or 4 fingers above the knee. We get again fingertip on the tissue around patella and then circles under the pressure, and then we get down, palm press on the calf, all the way down, 3-4 steps to the heel of the feet, and then we do the 3 steps out on the feet, 3 steps to the joint of the big toe, and then back in to below the joint of the feet. Now we want to give pressure with the ball of the thumb, fingers on the top of the foot to support, and the thumb press on the sole of the feet between the tissue, between the heel and the toe. So we want to apply pressure on different locations in this soft tissue of the sole, and under the pressure we can rock the feet forward. So we can do 6-7 steps on different locations, and then we rock the feet forward. Then we do again palm press, walking on the feet, out the 3 steps to the joint of the big toe, and then back in to the joint of the feet. Then we get the feet up. So the top of the foot is up, looking to the ceiling. Hands are on the top of the foot, close to the joint, and then we give pressure down, not too hard when we close to the joint. We do soft. Then we get to the middle, and here we can do medium hard pressure down, a bit more up in the top of the foot. And then we reduce the tension after 5 seconds, and then we get to the toes, and in here we can do hard pressure down, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get back to the middle, we press, medium pressure, and then we get to above the joint, and then we do soft. Then we open the feet again, and we do the 3 steps on the feet, going out, rocking the feet forward to the joint of the big toe, and then back in to the joint of the feet. Now we want to work at one leg at a time. So we work at the right hand side leg. So we bend the leg 45 degrees, the foot is at the level of the knee. we change ourselves in front of the knee, hands on this position, we call it butterfly, and now we push down from 4 fingers above the knee, we push down the upper leg to the mat, then we get to the middle top of the leg, and we push down, then we get to below the joint, pushing down, then we get back to the middle, and then we get finally to 3 or 4 fingers above the knee joint. Now we get back to the center, to the starting point, and we open the leg a bit more into 90 degrees. So the leg is open, you can sit between the feet on your butt. You get one leg in the top of the straight leg, outside foot behind the knee of the bent leg, and then we push the knee up to the shoulder and we hold 5 seconds hard. In here we hold this leg, then we reduce the tension, we sit a bit more forward and we push a bit more. Second time, we push until you feel the tension on the tissue and you hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension and we push a third time, pushing hard. With foot behind the knee, you push up the knee. And after 3 times, we reduce the tension on the leg. Then we sit a bit behind. The leg is still in 90 degrees and we slide the foot below and we use now the inside foot to apply pressure to the tissue of the hamstring. So now we press in. First we do near close by to the knee. Second pressure is to the center between joints and tendons on this tissue of the upper leg. Then we do the pressure below the joint. We hold hard pressure to the tissue 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, press in and hold, and then we get back to the starting point close to the knee and we do hard pressure. Then we get the feet on the area of the hamstring and now we walk from knee joint to the upper joint. We go up and down, walking with the feet pressing to the tissue of the hamstrings. Then we leave the foot on the mat, we get up, we change position again. So constantly we need to change position to avoid long term in the same postural position. And now we get in here with the heel of the hands, we press 4 fingers from the knee, the pressure is in, and under the pressure to the tissue we do a big one circle. Then we get to the middle, we press in and we do a circle. Under the pressure we get to the top of the leg, we press in with the heel of the hands to the tissue at the level of the bone, and under the pressure we do a circle and we do 3 steps up and 2 steps down. Now we get to the same area, but this time a bit below level, and we do with the thumbs. So now the thumb pressure in, and we hold the pressure 5 seconds. Now we don't do a circle, we just press in and we hold 5 seconds. Then we get to 3, back to 2, thumb press a bit below the level of the bone, and then we hold hard pressure 5 seconds, and then 1. Then we relax the area, and now we get the fingertip to press in the center line behind the calf. So we start at the head of the calf, we finger hook, and we pull back hard 5 seconds. Then we get a bit below on the calf and we do the same. We hook the center line and we pull backwards 5 seconds. Then we get to the tissue a bit below, above the Achilles tendon. We do the same, then we get back to the middle, we pull and we hold hard pressure on the calf, pulling the whole leg. We do hard 5 seconds. Now we interlock fingers and we use the heel of the hands to press on the tissue of the calf and push out of the bone. So we want to get to the head of the calf, press in and push out. First at the top of the calf, then we do second pressure to the middle, third pressure a bit below, then we get back to the middle, and then we get back to 1. Then we relax. Now with the outside hand we push the knee forward and we go up into half knee. Same side leg. So this is 90 degrees, my leg is in 90 degrees. Foot is at the level of the hip, her foot at the groin, outside hand cups the knee, and then inside hand can lock the leg straight to the mat. And we push with the hip on the foot the knee to the center chest, 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension. Then we go again, second, we pull slowly and hard, and when you feel the tension, you hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension and we go 3, we push and we hold hard 5 seconds, and then we reduce the tension on the leg. The hand of the knee now gets to the hamstring, and the inside hand cups the heel. So you cup the heel because first we push with the outside hand knee to chest, and with the hand cupped to the heel, we push the foot to the opposite shoulder, and we hold 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension, we go again, knee to chest, and foot, you push up and out to the opposite shoulder of your position. And then we go again, 3 times, push knee to chest, and foot up to the opposite shoulder. Then as you finish the third one, the knee up gets down to the mat, and then we rotate to our partner, and the knee down gets up, so we can lift the leg in the top of our leg. Hand outside cups the heel, forearm on the level of the toes, and now you push the toes to stretch on the calf with the forearm. So hand is cupped to the heel, and the forearm push on the toes to stretch on the calf. We can do 3 times, 5 seconds hard, 90% pushing with the forearm to the toes, and then we change the knees. The knee up gets down, the knee down gets up, and then we get one hand in the top of the knee, one hand on the top of the foot, and we push knee to chest, foot to back, 50-50 hard 3 times. So we push 50-50, knee to chest, foot to back, and then we leave the leg down, we shake, and we keep moving. So we need to get back to the center, and we bend the leg, the other leg. So we bend the leg, foot at the level of the knee, you move yourself on front of the knee, hands on position butterfly, and now we press 4 fingers from the knee, we push down the upper leg, 5 seconds, first on position 1, then we get a bit more up to the leg, position 2, below the joint on the upper part, position 3, then we get back to position 2, and then we get to 1. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Then we keep moving, we get back to the center, and we open the leg into 90 degrees. In this step, we change position, we sit in the mat, and then we hold one leg in the top of the leg, outside foot behind the knee, and then we push the knee slowly up, stretching the leg tissue, the tissue of both legs, the leg we work and the other leg. And then we get a bit more forward, we give pressure to push, and we hold on the tension of the tissue 5 seconds. Then release, and then we go again, push and hold the pushing 5 seconds. Then we reduce the tension on the leg, we still leave leg into 90 degrees, we sit a bit behind, and the foot that was pushing gets below, and the inside foot apply the pressure in, hard. First pressure near close to the knee, 5 seconds, pressure in, then we get to the middle, between the joints of the upper leg, and then we get to below the joint on the upper part. We give pressure in, 5 seconds, hard pressure, back to 2, and then back to 1, slowly. We do slowly and hard to don't break the tissue too fast and too much. And then we get the walking with the feet on the area of the hamstring, from the knee to the hip, up and down. Then we leave the foot on the mat and we change our position again to the knees. We raise the leg up, we interlock fingers, and we use the heel of the hand to press in, and then we do a circle under the pressure. 2, we give pressure in, and then we do a circle. 3, press in, and a circle. Back to 2, press in, and a circle, and then 1, we apply pressure into the tissue, and then we do a circle. Then we use the thumbs to press level a bit below the first pressure with the heel of the hand, and then we just apply the pressure and hold 5 seconds hard. with the ball of the thumbs. Then we get to the middle, then we get to the top of the leg, then we get back to the middle, and then we press on to the starting point, 3-4 fingers from the knee. Then we relax. Now we get the fingertip to hook the center line of the calf, starting at the head of the calf. We pull the whole leg from the center line of the calf, the arms straight, and we pull a bit below in the center of the calf. Then we get a bit below, pulling back, 5-second dip. Then we get back to the middle, and then we get back to the head of the calf. The next exercise on the lower leg, we interlock fingers and we use the heel of the hand to press and to push the muscle out of the fibula and tibia. So we press and we push. First, we do at the head of the calf. Second, we do at the middle of the calf, between Achilles and the knee. The third pressure we do above the Achilles tendon. Then we get back to the middle. And then we get back to the head of the calf. And then we relax. Now we use the outside hand to push the knee forward. We go up into half knee. So my foot is at the hip, my outside hand on the knee, her foot is at the groin. This hand is here to lock 10%, and then we push the knee to the center chest 90%, and we hold 5 seconds. We reduce the tension, then we go again, push and hold 5 seconds and release the tension after 5 seconds, and then we go again, push and hold, and then release the tension out. The hand of the knee gets to the hamstring, inside hand cups behind the heel, and then we press knee to chest and foot to the opposite shoulder, 5 seconds, then we release the tension out. We go again, knee to chest, foot to the opposite shoulder, and then we relax the tension, and we go again, knee to chest and foot to the opposite shoulder. Then as you finish the third stretch, the knee up gets down to the mat, you rotate to your partner, the knee down gets up, hold the hand outside to the heel, forearm press on the toes, and the other inside hand gets here to lock 10%, we just support, 90% we press with the forearm on the toes, 3 times, 5 seconds, hard. After the third one, the knee up, gets down, the knee down gets up, and then we press knee to chest, foot to butt, 50-50, hard, 3 times, and then 3. So after the third time, we lift the leg down, we shake, and now we change position, PT off, please turn over. So now they change to the chest, we sit between the feet, and now we do the palm press with the heel of the hand to the sole. We want to do 3 steps on each foot, and after this we get to the calf with the palms. We do 3 steps until 3 fingers below the knee, then we jump to 3 fingers beside above the knee, and then we do 3 steps all the way to the crease of the butt, and then we reverse 3, 3 and 3. So the 3 steps on the top, we jump on the knee, 3 steps on the lower, then we jump to the feet, and 3 steps on each foot. Then we're gonna use the thumbs. Fingers will be supporting on the outside of the leg, thumb is at the Achilles tendon, and we do thumb press walking. The pressure is down to the center top line of the calf, and then we do deep pressure down, slowly and deep, all the way until 3 fingers below the knee. We jump 3 fingers above the knee, and we apply pressure down to the center line, all the way up to the crease of the butt, and then we get all the way down, thumb press walking up and down, all the way. The pressure is at the center top line of the leg. Then when you reach at the Achilles tendon, then we do palm press walking again, 3 steps on the calf, pressure down, we jump on the knee, palm press walking up on the hamstring all the way to the crease of the butt, and in here we change position again, so one knee goes out on one side, half knee out on the other side, and then we jump with butterfly palm press and we leave the middle to the spine. We never press the spine, so we want to do a butterfly palm press at the low back, beside the spine and above beside the hip. 5 seconds. Then we get to the middle, beside the spine, 5 seconds. Palm press below the scapulas, a bit more up, 5 seconds, and then palm press on the top of the scapulas, 5 seconds. After that, we do a palm press walking down all the way to the hip, and then we stretch again the low back, 5 seconds. Then we do the thumbs. The ball of the thumb pressed to the tissue beside the spine. We start at the top of the sacrum and we apply pressure down beside the spine, deep pressure, shorter steps, 1 centimeter maybe, step all the way up, jumping, deep pressure with the ball of the thumb all the way until the line of the shoulder. So we get up all the way, and when you reach to the line of the shoulder, we do thumb press walking down all the way, thumb press walking, still under pressure until the area of the sacrum. Then we get the hands again on butterfly palm press at the low back, and then we change position one more time. We want to get with the feet inside between the legs. The knees, your knees will be at the crease of the butt, and if you are smaller than your receiver, then you can get the feet on the top of the calf, so we can apply the pressure totally on the leg, but the knees need to be at the crease of the butt. And then we do palm press butterfly all the way 4 steps along the back, same before, until the top of the scapulas. And then we do, with still a bit of weight, we do a palm press walking all the way to the shoulder joint. Then we do 3 steps on the upper arm, going down to the elbow joint. Then we jump on the joint. We never press the joints. And then we get all the way down to the line of the wrist. And then, in the line of the wrist, you need to get the feet out of the calf, back to between the legs. The knees stays there still on the crease of the butt. We get on the wrist. We pull them up to do the cobra, hard, and then we place them down. Second time we go up halfway, then we pull one arm, 5 seconds. Slowly, then we go to the center, we pull the other arm, 5 seconds. Then we get back to the center and then we pull them up, 5 seconds, and then we let them down. We lift the arms down, and then we repeat palm press walking on the forearm, 3 steps to the elbow. Then we jump on the elbow, 3 steps on the upper arm. Then we get to the back, beside the spine. We do palm press down all the way to the hip. At the hip, we push them up, and then we get with the knees down between the legs. And we use the palms to press on the legs all the way down. 3 steps down on the upper leg, jump on the knee, 3 steps down on the lower leg, jump to the feet, and on the feet we're going to use the knuckle, so you can cross your hands and you use your knuckle with pressure to the sole, 1 foot at a time, 3 steps on each foot. Then we change position, PTO, please turn over, and then they change into the back. Position 1 again. We get the feet together, we pull a bit to stretch on the legs, and then with legs together we go up until 90 degree legs and body. At 90 degree we bend the knees, we place the feet of our partner below your knees, get my wrist, and then we pull them up, and we at the halfway we can push and pull to stretch a bit, and then we let them on sitting position. Now we get here behind. We want to place them straight first, and now we want to apply the pressure with the heel of the hand on the shoulder. So make sure you don't press close to the collarbone, please. 4 fingers above beside the collarbone. So the fingers are behind to avoid any pressure to the collarbone. And then we apply 3 times palm press on the shoulder, hard pressure down. 1, 2, 3. The third pressure is not too close to the joint. So the 3 points we do is at 2/3 of the shoulder. And then we get back to 2 and back to 1. Then we use the thumbs, front corner between neck and shoulder, fingers behind to support, and we apply pressure down. The pressure again should be 4 fingers beside the collarbone, so you need to measure the pressure not close to the collarbone, but 4 fingers beside above. And then we do these 3 points, 1, 2, 3 going out, and then 2, 1 going in. And then we repeat again the palm press, 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. So when we finish that, palm press, thumb press, and palm press in this area of the shoulder, we relax the area with thumbs and fingers many times, kneading, relaxing. And then we want to put the head down a bit to stretch trapezius tissue from the level of cervicals. We want to apply the pressure with ice picking. The thumb press, but not to the muscles of the neck. So we want to press close to the cervicals, and the pressure is into the cervicals. So we want to press from C7 to C1. We do the pressure behind SCM muscle. So if you have any doubt where SCM is, check on Google or just press very close to the cervical, very close. So if you feel the cervical on both sides beside the bone, place your thumbs and give pressure into the cervical. This sounds very objective. Don't press the muscles of the neck. We don't do that to avoid any pressure to ganglions of your lymphatic system or arteries. We don't do that. We want to press up, down, and up. So we do this way of the line beside the cervical 3 times, and then we get the head up and we do the shampoo head massage with the fingertip. You do like shampoo. This is the last part of the body that we stimulate to reduce inflammation. For example, when this massage is done 2 times a week, we can ensure that we reduce the inflammation on the body. This is done by the immune system. The same system that produces inflammation is the system that reduces the inflammation. For that, we need to trigger the body. We need to trigger this response, and this we do with massage every week. And then we do the circles, and then we rush, na'a, na'wa, roka, payati, binasanti. Second round.
So now,
Yes.
we have to switch.
Yes.
We have to switch. So, I hope you feel so relaxed as I do. Yes, I'm in the timer now. I'm looking at this
I
watch.
was looking.
So, now, we are
28
going
minutes. Sorry,
Very
I'm
good.
looking this.
So, we just changed. So, change, wake up, and change, because you have to give it back. That's the idea of this. Sorry, I'm yawning. I feel super relaxed. So, I hope you feel the same. And if you don't feel the same because it was the first time and it was a bit fast, don't worry about that. Next time you
28
can improve.
minutes.
Next time you can
It's
improve.
not fast. 28 minutes, 30.
Yes, but if you have never done it before.
Then
So I'm going to tell you how to do it. We're going to place the knees in between the ankles. Yes? And now you felt it already, so it's easier to do actually. Now we place our hands like that in front of our chest, and this is called the Y crew. So just to respect the one that we're going to give the massage to, and then we just close the eyes and relax ourselves and just feel how you feel today. Maybe you feel already much better after this massage than before. Now just focus on giving the best massage you've ever given, even though it's your first time, and let's focus on breathing. So we breathe out in 4 counts. So your belly goes in, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we keep this breath through the whole class. Now you warm the hands, place the hands above the feet, not touching yet. And then the fingers are going to be on the top of the foot, the heel of the hand on the side, and we lean in and we press forward. 1. Next to the ankle. We go to the middle. Press forward for 2 in the middle of the foot. And now on the toes. 2 hands at the same time, rolling forward. So what I want to see the sole of the feet. And I will go back for 2 and 1. Now we do 1 by 1. So we lean in one side, keep arms straight, back straight, other side next to the ankle. Then we go to the middle and you roll open. You want to see the sole of the feet and the other side. And then the toes press and roll open, other side. We go back to middle. I'm yawning because I feel so relaxed. 2 and 1. 1. In this rhythm we go to the calf muscle. So the pinky finger is touching the shin bone. We're not on the bone. We slide down a bit. We're on the muscle, yeah? So you start in the beginning of the calf. Pinky finger touches the shin bone, not on the bone. 1, 1. We go up. 2, 2. It's like you're crawling. You lean in. 3, 3. Then we keep the fingers above the knee, the heel of the hand below. We don't press on the patella itself. And you press with the tip of the fingers and you press with the heel of the hand, but you don't press too much on the kneecap itself. Now we go up with our body weight, so we no longer sit on our butt. And we walk with the full hand, not touching the patella. We go over the knee. We don't press on the knee. You lean in like a cat. 1, 1. We go to the middle. You lean in with the whole hand, not only with the heel of the hand. And then 3, 3 at the end. So like that. Now we go back to the middle and we just reverse everything. Then we just press above the knee, not on the knee. Now we press the fingers above the knee, the heel of the hand below the knee, and we press on the tip of the fingers and the heel of the hand, but not on the kneecap itself. Now we walk 3 steps down the calf muscle, the pinky fingers touching the bone. And then we walk on the feet one side, other side. Middle foot, toes and toes, back to middle, middle, beginning, beginning, and then we end together. So now we're going to work with the thumb on the sole of the feet. So not with the ball of the thumb, but I mean with this part, not here, yeah? So we have the fingers on the top of the foot and the thumb behind. So you press not on the toes, not on the heel, but just everywhere in between. So you lean in. So you lean with the thumb. It's not like you want to do like that. You just want to lean in slowly. You go to another point, just anywhere on the foot. We're going to do this 6 times. So point number 3, doesn't matter where you press, just the sole on the feet. And we go forward, the next, and the next. And after that, we rock again with palm press walking. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 on the toes, back to 2, 2, and 1, 1. Now we place the top of the feet towards the ceiling and the thumb inside, fingers outside, and we lean down towards the mat. So the sole of the feet is towards the mat. We go to the middle, we press the top of the feet down, and we press on the toes, down, down, down. How far? Just look if your partner is still okay, not blinking the eyes yet. Then we go to the middle and the beginning. After that, you flip the feet open again and then you walk again. 2, 2, toes, toes, and maybe you feel already that the feet are becoming a little bit more flexible, super nice. Now we're going to work at one leg at a time. So the leg on my right hand side, I bend. So the foot is stick to his knee. I'm going to change my position. We place the hands like that. This is called butterfly hands. Don't press on the knee, slide forward a bit and lean in the whole leg. 1, 2 in the middle and 3 in the end. Now we go back to 2 and 1. Now we open the leg only 90 degrees, leg on the floor. I'm going to sit on my butt and my left leg is just holding the straight leg in place. My right foot is going to be in the corner of the knee on the hamstring. Both hands on both feet and I press forward. I try to open the knee towards the armpit. Pull back. Now my hand's more flexible. So I just go forward and I do it again. 2. And maybe you can go forward again For 3, the knee all towards the armpit, look super flexible, and you stretch your own knee as well. Pull back, your outside leg is going to be underneath the leg. My toe is pointing towards me, and I'm placing with my other foot on the hamstring. It's called lock leg. I'm pressing with the inside foot, so it's my left knee is pressing a lot. This foot is there to support. I go to the middle of the hamstring and press, press, press. And then at the end, and I press a lot. Go back to the middle of the hamstring and press a lot. It's like you want to really go through the bone, but of course you don't go through the bone, but
no,
that's the feeling. I don't want to go through the bone.
Don't do it.
But that's how it feels. Now we place the toe back and then we walk on the hamstring up and down to relax. Now we place our partner as they are. Place the foot in a bit. So now the knee is 45 degrees. Left hand on the heel, right hand on the knee, and we go up. And now we place the knees on top of my partner's leg. Put your hands interlaced like that, and we're going to work with the heel of the hand. Not on the knee, but a little bit down. And we squeeze and we make a circle while you're squeezing. You press, you squeeze and make a circle. And then in the beginning we squeeze and we make a circle. And we go back. And back, so squeeze and then make a circle. Now we leave the hands as they are, but we're going to work with the thumbs. So not on the knee, slide down a bit. Press your thumbs towards each other. So I'm really pressing my thumbs towards each other. It's not about the rest of the hand now. We go to the middle, we press the thumbs together and down at the end of the leg. We go back to the middle. Can be very sensitive, a bit hard to do maybe, but now we just relax. Now we're going to go to the calf muscle. So we place our hands like that. And then you hold under the knee and you just lean back. 1. Go to the middle, lean back. The more you cup, the heavier it is. And on the Achilles. We go back to the middle and just under the knee. Now we're going to place the hands interlaced on the same position. So we're going to work with the heel of the hand. So we just go under the knee. We have the hands interlaced. Squeeze the muscle of the calf in between the hands and then you go forward. Then you do the middle and then you go forward while you're still squeezing. And then below. Now we go back to middle and under the knee. And then relax freestyle. Now I'm placing with my left hand the knee up. Place the foot of Manel in my groin. And my foot is going to stay straight to the hip. Hand on the knee, other hand is just on the straight leg. And now you go forward. The hand that is pressing the straight leg is only 10%. I go 90 forward. 1. And we go back. Then 2. And we go back. And 3. So I'm pressing with all my body weight forward. Knee to chest. The hand that's on the knee goes to the hamstring. The hand that was on the straight leg is going to hold the heel like that. Fingers on the sole of the foot. So you press first the knee towards the sternum in the middle. And then you forward the leg. So it's going to the opposite shoulder. 50-50. Now we do 2. And 3. 3 times. Now we're going to place the knee down, other knee up, and we're going to straighten the leg. What I'm doing here, I'm going to show you first so you can see. I'm going to hold the heel with my hand and the big toe is going to be under the forearm. Now I'm going to stand in front so you cannot really see, but now you know. The hand on the straight leg and you lean all your body weight on the big toe of your partner. 1. Second time. Everything press on the big toe of your partner. 2. And 3. Now we place the knee to the chest and the foot to the butt. And I change my position. 1. And 2. Knee to the butt. Foot to the chest. And 3. Now straight the leg down. Place your hand under the knee. And it's like this. Tuk, tuk, tuk. Super easy. Just under the knee. Now we do everything on the other side. So you just place yourself to the other side. Foot to the knee. Change my position. That was very smooth. And then we place the hand in butterfly above the knee. Not on the knee. 1, and then to the middle, 2, and then just a little bit higher, 3, lean in. We go back to 2, and 1. After that, we place the leg out a bit, 90 degrees. We're going to sit on our butt. Now, my right leg on the knee, both hands on the feet, outside foot, left foot, in the corner of the knee, on the floor is my heel, and I just press forward. The knee stays on the floor, or whatever it is for the partner. We go back, we go a little bit further, place the foot towards the knee of your partner, and the knee towards the armpit 3 times. After that, we just place our left foot underneath, and now the toes are pressing towards me. The leg is totally straight. My right foot is now going to press on the hamstring. Really, really strong. Not too strong, but really strong. And then we go to the middle. Yes. And then at the end. So you press really strong on the hamstring. I love this position. Super good. If you have been sitting all day, like I have been doing today, not very healthy, but really good to get massage afterwards for my tight hamstrings. Now I place the foot back, so both feet on the hamstring, and I go up, walking and down, just to relax. Now we're going to sit on our knees, place the foot in a bit, right hand on the heel, left hand under the knee, place the knee up. Now, this is 45 degrees. My knees on the top of my partner's foot. Hands interlaced, we're going to hold the heels towards each other. Not on the knee, a little bit down. Squeeze and you go open. In the middle, squeeze and open. And then the end, squeeze, open. Go back to the middle and the beginning. Now, have the thumbs. 1, 2, 3, go back to 2 and 1. And then we just relax. Now we cup behind the knee and lean back. Middle calf and then down, back to middle and under the knee. Now hands interlace. We're going to work on the calf. Squeeze and forward. Middle, squeeze and forward. Squeeze and forward. Squeeze and forward. Squeeze and forward. And then we just relax freestyle. Now we're going to place the knee up, the foot in our groin. My other leg is going to be next to the knee, and this foot is straight on this side, like that. Yeah, on this side. Place the hand on the knee, hand on the straight leg, 10% pressure, 90 forward. 1 and back. 2 and back. And the third time. Now we're going to do twist hip. Hand of the knee goes to the hamstring. Hand from the straight leg holds the heel. Press on the hamstring, the knee in the middle of the breast. And then we try to straighten the leg towards the left shoulder. 1. 3 times. 50 on the hamstring. Straighten the leg. And 3. Press and stretch out. Knee down, other knee up, hand under the knee to not overstretch. And now we're going to hold the heel, big toe, under the forearm, other hand here, and lean in, stretch Achilles. 1, 2, and 3. Then knee to chest, foot to butt. 3 times. So as we said in the beginning, we do every week the same the same sequence. So the first time it will be a little bit difficult how to sit, how to do it. But if you do it more often, it's like meditation or like brushing your teeth. And then we place the knee down and then we wiggle, wiggle, wiggle under the knee. And now our client goes to the stomach. So the partner goes to the stomach. Then we place our knees in between the ankles again. Sit on our butt, on our heels. Palm press on the feet, palm press the feet. And then we palm press this time the fingers are looking at the head, just in the middle. We press near the heel, and then we go up, middle calf, just under the knee. We never press on the knee. We skip the knee, so we make a big jump over the knee. Go up in 3 steps on the hamstring, walking up in 3 steps. And then reverse. PP, back legs, skipping. The knee, go down. Now we're going to do the same with the thumb, with the ball, not the tip. Remember? So this is the Achilles tendon. I try to find this hard thingy, and then on either side we walk. It's like you're crawling, but now it's on the thumbs. So you walk up, leaning in with your thumbs. You can do quite strong, very nice. And then we stop at the knees, we skip the knee, and then we go along with this line from Achilles tendon all the way until you feel the sitting bone. So you go all the way till you feel the sitting bone, and then we go down again. Very nice. And then we sit again, we don't press the knee, we skip the knee, and we walk down, 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 down. After that, so maybe you take a bit longer or shorter, depends the big of your steps or depends the leg of your partner. And then we go up again with the heel of the hand, walking up, we don't press the back of the knee, we skip the back of the knee. And now we're going to change our position. 1 knee on one side, 1 foot up the other side. The receiver is in between the legs. We place the hand in butterfly, not pressing the spine. 1 hand on one side, 1 hand on the other side. And we just lean in. 1. And then we go a little bit higher. For 2. A little bit higher. And you know what's also very nice is to walk on the shoulders. And then we palm press walking down. Please never press on the spine. 1 side and the other side. Walk down, never press the spine. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. Super nice, I love this part. So we place 1 thumb on one side, 1 thumb on the other side. The spine is in between. The spine is like this small. So I have the tip of the fingers touching the spine, but we are not pressing on the spine. Yeah, but it's quite close together. So you make little jumps and we go all the way up until the top corner of the scapula. The pressure is just down to the mat. So I prefer to always have my shoulders above the wrist. So I just go all the way up until the top corner of the scapula. All the way to the top corner of the scapula. And then you thumb press walking down. Thumb press walking down. Thumb press walking down. And after that, I thought he fell asleep. After that, we palm press again. That's a good sign, no? We palm press again. So now we place the hands like that. We place our feet in between the knees under the sitting bone, and if your partner is not with the arms back, you can place your hands back. If you like, you can place the feet up. Yeah? But that's if you are smaller or the same size as your receiver. About. Oh, then we go up with palm press. Never on the spine, please, never on the spine. All the way up. And then when we're up, we walk in 3 steps. 1 side, other side. Upper arm. So we never want to press on the elbow, so we skip the elbow, we walk down. The pressure is just down and walking. Also on the wrist, 3 steps. And I stretch, place your feet down again. That's important. Now hold each other's wrist, not the hand, the wrist. And then we go up with the body weight. So my partner look all the way up to the ceiling. 1. And then down. Then we do again. We go up. And then we go 1 side. Other side. And then your partner can look all the way to the ceiling again. Really high. And we go back. Place the arms down. And if you like, you can place the feet up again if you wish. And then we walk up in 3 steps over the lower arm. Skipping the elbow, walking over the arm. And then down the back. Not on the spine, please. Never press on the spine. Then you place your hands again in butterfly position, feet off. Put yourself out and then we walk down. 3 steps on the legs, skipping the knee, never press on the back of the knee, and we go all the way down. And once we're down, we're going to use our fists. Our fist down. The knuckles, we're going to press with the knuckles. And after that, we ask our partner to turn on the back. Turn on the back. And then we place our partner up. So we pull the legs a bit. And then we put ourselves up. Bend the knees. Place the feet under your knees. Walk forward, but place the feet under your knees. Hold my wrist, please. And then be careful of your own back. You go up and then you bend your knees a lot. And then you place your partner to sit. We walk around. So now we're sitting in lotus position. Keep the back straight. Hands behind. We're going to palm press on both sides of the neck. 1, 2, very close to the neck. And 3, only 2/3 of the trapezius muscle. We don't want to press here on the shoulder. Yeah? Go back for 2 and 1. Now we're going to work with the thumbs. So you press the thumb down and a little bit wider for 2 and just a little bit wider for 3. 2 thumbs at the same time. Go back for 2 and 1. After that, we do again palm press. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1. You can lean in with your whole body weight. Now we sit on the knees and then massage with the thumb and the fingers. It's like you're kneading a bread. Super nice, super easy, but really nice. Maybe you feel some sticky fascia, like then we try to break that. And now we place our partner's head down. We're going to work with 2 hands interlaced again with the thumb. So we don't press on the vertebrae here. A little bit wider, yeah? Not on the side of the neck. Very important. So it's like you want to pick up a rabbit. That's where you press. So we go from the C7 up until the skull of the head. But not too much on the side of the neck. Don't press the head of your partner down. Just focus on the thumbs towards each other. Then we go down again. So we go up and down. You end again with the C7. And then we go up again. Up, down, up. Up, down, up. And when you're up, we place the head up. And we just massage. Freestyle. Messing up the hair, but super nice. Just like shampoo. Yawning also. It's a good sign, eh? It's a good sign. If somebody's yawning, it's a good sign for you. So now we're going to end with the chop. How to chop? You place your hands together. Your wrist is relaxed. The fingers are relaxed. It's like you have a coin in your hand. You press with the pinky fingers. You start near the neck. You go out. That's why you have the sound. In, next to the scapula and the spine, not on the spine, only halfway because we don't want to press on the kidneys. The other side the same, out, in, down, only halfway, and up. And then we just do some brushing, and then 5 slides. And normally we can say a mantra. You're laughing at the mantra. It's honoring where we learned all this massage. Na'anawa kokapaiti finasanti. It means that I hope you feel better than before. Kakunka. Yeah, how do you feel? Good. Good. So, yes, I hope that you also feel as good as we feel.
Yes.
You want to say something else?
The greatest benefit of what we do, what we just did, we don't feel it now. We don't feel it just after the massage. The greatest benefit is something that we will see along our lives. Yeah, it's longevity, to have a longer life without these problems that we have. Sometimes problems attached to the age. No, as we age, we have certain problems attached to the age. So as we work on the tissue, we also filter metabolic waste, we reorganize extracellular matrix, we improve quality on fascias, myofascias, tendons, Then we are impacting to functional cell systems also. So with the work that we do to the connective tissue, improving this condition of connective tissue, we are working to functional cell system, on functional cell system. So therefore, the greatest benefit of having every week massage is something that we don't feel after every massage. And yes, we do feel after every massage, but the greatest effect is every week having 1, 2, or 3 times a week this type of manipulation of the tissue from the feet to the head. This is the best way to prevent disease, to prevent infections, to improve immune system, to sleep good. We need to sleep 7 hours, 8 hours every day, right? We improve breathing, we improve heartbeat, we improve all these improvements on those systems. We don't feel it after the massage, but we can measure nowadays all these parameters within your watch. I have my watch, I see my sleep, I sleep perfect every day. From 0 to 100, my lowest is 95. So this is the quality of my sleep. I breathe 14, 15 minutes times a minute, then my heartbeat is 48 when I rest, 48 when normal range will be 60. So because I get massage every day, that's my work. So I relax vagus nerve, I relax the whole nerve system, and the very important nerve, vagus nerve, is totally relaxed. Therefore we have a better heartbeat, then we have a better breath, then we have a better digestion, then we have a better sleep. So this is the benefits that we don't feel right after the massage.
So there's a lot of information, especially when you're so relaxed after this. But we have the ebook where we write it all in detail, and you can get it down in the comments here. So if you like. And you can just, if you want to learn this step by step, or if you want to come to our massage school, we are happy to welcome you. And otherwise, we meet you again online next week at 8 o'clock.
Every week.
Yes. So now, relax, enjoy, and hope to see you again.
Yes. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes. Thank you, Sawadee Ka.